Hey everybody, wanted to do a short little update movie here on the Cimarron / Uberti 7th Cavalry General Custer Single Action Army. Took it out a couple weekends ago and put about 50 rounds of Goex black powder 45 Colt cartridges through it, and probably about 20 standard Winchester Cowboy Action 45 Colt rounds through it. So got a little bit of a workout. Everything went fine. There were no issues. Accuracy was pretty good at 30 feet, 10 yards, shooting steel plates. I'll also attach a couple little clips of shooting some of the Goex black powder rounds through it. If you haven't fired black powder cartridges through your single action, or even some of your Ruger single actions, I definitely would encourage you to do that. It's so much more fun than just shooting smokeless rounds. Of course, when you get home and go to clean it, the fun kind of depreciates a bit, but it's still a whole lot of fun at the range. And if you do that, I would also encourage you to take a couple cleaning rags, maybe some Ballistol or some other gun lube, because after about 20 black powder rounds, you start to gum up the cylinder a bit, and the action is a little bit harder to work. That's what I've noticed through my single actions, my Ruger and this one, that after about 20-25 rounds, things start to stick a bit. So you usually got to remove the cylinder and wipe it down a bit, and then go back to shooting. You don't have to wipe it down a lot. Just get in there with a rag and clear out some of the black powder soot, and you're ready to go. So a couple things I did notice. This screw right here tends to get a little bit loose, and as you cock and fire, you'll see that the screw starts moving back a bit. So I'm probably going to take this all the way down and wipe down these screws. Maybe they're a little bit too lubricated and are slipping, or maybe I just need a new screw. It didn't stop me at the range at all, so that's one good thing. It didn't hinder me shooting this or enjoying it. Just when I got home and started to clean it, I noticed that this screw was starting to back out. The other thing too is, after repeated firing, this weird modern easy release pin screw here tends to get a little bit loose. All it takes is a little pressure. If you can see here, that's super tight, and all it takes is just the tiniest bit of amount of pressure, and it can unscrew a little bit. So that's something that I said in my original video before I shot it, that I was going to replace, try to get a regular screw, standard black powder frame screw to go in there, and that would alleviate the issue, I believe. Other than that, it shot really well, had no other issues other than after about 20 rounds or so, needing to clean it a little bit, take the cylinder out and wipe down the internals just a touch. I mean, it really wasn't a big deal. The 25 or 30 rounds or so you get through before you have to do that is worth it. It's a lot of fun. And again, this is unloaded. But it was accurate. So Cimarron Uberti did an okay job with the fixed sights. I'm going to put it on paper next time to see really how accurate it is. I don't expect very much, but you know, I'm not going hunting with this. I'm not doing anything special other than having fun and shooting some steel. So no big deal if it's not, you know, a 2-inch group at 25 or 35 yards. Doesn't really bother me at all. All I really want to do is shoot some steel, have fun with black powder. And with black powder, you find that it doesn't even matter if you hit the steel. It's so much fun seeing all the smoke and just the recoil feeling too. The recoil is great. It's a lot different than a standard round. It's hard to believe, but it's just a lot of fun to shoot. I can't even describe what the recoil is with black powder rounds if you haven't shot them. But if you haven't and you have a single action, even if it's a 38, you know, my Ruger new Black Hawk single action, I shoot 38 special Goex black powder rounds out of it, and it's just as much fun. So I'm satisfied with this. It's fun to shoot, other than these two little screw issues, which I hope to fix. Don't really affect shooting it that much. So just wanted to bring this back to you, and I'll include the couple little clips of black powder shooting. Thanks for watching.